In this video, we're going to be figuring out how to solve equations in 2 steps. So when we want to solve for equations in 2 steps, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get x on one side and all of our numbers on the other side. So to do this, what we want to do is we're always going to start with what's easiest, which is going to be addition and subtraction. So we're going to move this 4 to this side. So to do that, we take the opposite of what we see. We have a positive 4, which means that we're going to take a negative 4. Now, if we do it on this side of our equation, meaning this side of our equal sign, we have to do it on this side of the equal sign as well. Positive 4 minus 4, that's going to cancel out. Now we're getting one step closer to having x on that side. 14 minus 4 is going to give us 10. We can keep that equal sign right here. We're going to move that 3 down. So we have 3x is equal to 10. Next, what we're going to do is, since we have 3 times x, we want to do the opposite of 3 times, multiplication, so that's going to be division. If we divide on that side, that means we have to divide on that side. By doing this, we're actually going to get x by itself, right? 3 over 3 is going to be equal to x, or 1x, which is the same thing as x. Then we're going to have 10 over 3 left on this side, and that will be our answer. Moving on to the next equation, again, we're going to follow the same principles. We're going to start with whatever's easiest, which is always addition and subtraction. So since we have minus 2, we want to get 2 on this side, and we want to get x to stay on this side. So if we have negative 2, we're going to add 2 on that side, which means that we have to add 2 on that side as well. That's going to be 0, or it's going to cross out, and we're going to be left with 3 on that side. Now we have x over 3 is equal to 3. Since we have division here, we do the opposite to get x by itself. So we're going to multiply by 3 on this side and multiply by 3 on this side. We can also think of this as 3 over 1 if we want to, and we can cross simplify, meaning 3 divided by 3 goes away. We're left with x over 1, which is the same thing as x. Then we have 3 times 3 on this side, so x is equal to 9. Now moving on to this next example, you'll notice that we actually have b. We don't have x this time. We have a different letter. We have a different variable, which is b. That's okay. We are still solving for b, and we're going to still follow the same rules. We want to get b on this side and then all of our numbers on that side. And we do that, again, by starting with what's easiest first, which is addition and subtraction. Since we have negative 4, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to add 4 on this side, and if we add 4 on that side, it means we have to do the same thing on the other side. Negative 4 plus 4 is going to be 0. That cancels each other out. Negative 1 plus 4 is going to be negative 3. Since we have the 3b left over, we're going to put 3b right here. Now to solve for b by itself, since we have 3 times b, we have to divide that. We have multiplication, so we'll divide to cancel those out. 3 over 3 cancels out, so we're left with b. Negative 3 over 3 will simplify to negative 1. Moving on to our next example, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for q now. So we want q on that side and all of our numbers on that side. So we start with what's easiest, which is subtraction or addition on this side. Since we have negative 6, we're going to add 6 on both sides. That will cancel out, and so what we're left with is negative 2 on that side, and then we're going to have 2 over 3q on this side. So now we have a fraction. So for us to move the fraction to the other side and get q by itself, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction, meaning we take what's on bottom, we put it on top, we take what's on top, we put it at bottom, and we multiply it on both sides. Now the reason why we do this is we can actually simplify this. 3 over 3 cancels out, 2 over 2 cancels out, so you're left with nothing but q on this side. And then on this side, we'll multiply this, or simplify, because we got negative 2 over 2, and those will cancel out. So we're left with negative 3 as our answer. So now we're going to solve 2 more equations here, and you'll notice something different. We actually have x on this side, and that's fine. We can solve for x on either side. It will still give us the same answer. So in this example, we're going to put x on this side, and we're going to put all of our numbers on this side. So we'll follow the same principle. Since we have minus 6, we're going to add 6 on this side, and we'll do the same thing on this side. We're now going to have 36. This is going to cancel out, and so then we have 3 over 5x on this side. Since we just were working on fractions, again, we're going to do the reciprocal. So 5 over 3 on that side, and then 5 over 3 on this side. 5 cancels out with 5, 3 cancels out with 3, so we're left with x. And then you'll notice that we have 3 and 36. We can actually simplify that. 36 goes into 3 12 times, so 5 times 12 will give us an answer of 60. Now moving on to this next equation, you'll notice that we're solving for z and we have two fractions. We still follow the same principle, so since we have a fraction here by itself, we're going to add it so it cancels each other out. That will cancel out with that. And then we're going to add the fraction here. Now if we add the fraction here, we're going to have 2z is equal to negative 5 over 6 plus 1 over 3. Now our denominators are different, so we have to get our denominators to be the same before we can solve for z. So we're going to find our least common denominator, meaning we need to figure out a number that has the same denominator. So how do we multiply a fraction or both fractions to get the same denominator? Well, I know that if we multiply 2 over 2, that will give us a denominator 6 for this one, and so that should be the easiest way to do that. 2 times 1 will be 2, 3 times 2 will give us 6, and then we can add these up. Negative 5 plus 2 will give us negative 3 over 6, which will simplify to negative 1 over 2. So now we're going to have 2z is equal to negative 1 over 2. So to get z by itself, we're going to divide by 2 since we have multiplication there, which means we're going to divide by 2 here. So since we do division, we can always remember that negative 1/2, we can actually take the reciprocal and turn this into multiplication. So if we do that, negative 1/2 times 1/2 will give us negative 1/4, and that will be our answer for z.